Hi there, Margie from Hush Education. I've been reading some stories online on video for children to watch at home on our YouTube channel. And I'm just going to stop reading stories for a little while and show you a couple of other books that have been sent to me or I've found that I thought were really good and just worth having a look out for yourself. The first one is called Consent for Kids. Now, you have probably seen one of my very favourite videos, which is also called Consent for Kids. This is basically the book of that video. So you might have had a chance to show that to your child. You might want to follow up with that and read a little bit of a story with them as well. This book really is a little bit about the different ideas people have about consent, about feeling safe, the fact that feelings are very, very individual, and what one person might enjoy, another person might feel unsafe in that situation as well. It says that you may have different rules for different people, and sometimes your rules might change, like when you high-five your friends and kiss your kitten, but not the other way around. So it's a little bit of a funny book as well. Again, it's about setting boundaries, thinking about your own behaviour, being very aware that other people have different needs and different desires as well. This book, I think, is about encouraging self-esteem, about building confidence, empowering children, and I just think it's a really great one to have a look out for yourself. It's actually by the person who co-created the Cup of Tea consent video. So have a look out for it, Consent for Kids, the book. Another one, a friend of ours, Jodie at PB West in Western Australia, has recently published her own book, a great one which is all about using those circles of probably social awareness. It talks about which people in your life would be inside which of those circles. Who are the people who would you snuggle with and kiss with? Who are the people who you might high five or give a fist bump? Who are the people you might wave to? It talks about why you might make these choices for different people. It's all about personal space and personal boundaries. And I love the bright colours in this book. I love the illustrations, which are really, really great. The illustrator is Suzanne Blake. I don't know where Suzanne is, but I do know that Jodie is a very, very experienced teacher and protective behaviours educator, and also a mum, of course. So really worth checking it out. That's PB West, if you look on their Facebook page, Protective Behaviours in Western Australia. Have a look for that one. One of my favourite books for reading in classrooms with children when we're talking about what we call our early warning signs, our body signals that tell someone if they are perhaps feeling unsafe. And this one's called When I'm Feeling Scared. I like it because it goes through some of those signals. It talks about shivering and shaking and heart pounding. The only thing that I find with this one, for very, very young children, at one stage, at a page in the book, it has a picture which often they comment on that they find a little bit scary. So they're talking about the things you might see in the dark and the shadows that you see. You can see where that might be a little bit scary. But of course, later on, we realise it's just a toy on top of a box and a pile of clothes. But it is a great book to sit down and read with your child or to your child, particularly really little ones. And it comes from a whole set, so there's a whole lot of when I'm books, when I'm feeling loved, when I'm feeling jealous, when I'm feeling kind, when I'm feeling lonely, sad, angry, scared, happy, and another one I've got called When I'm Feeling Nervous. So have a look for them. Very good price. It's by an author called Tracy Moroney. I quite recently found this book, which is not so much a book that I could read to a class or a group in a school, but a great book for one-on-one or for children to look through for themselves. It's one of my favourite sorts of books for littlies. It's a Lift the Flap book. And so each time we're talking about different feelings, and we might say, are we feeling happy or are we feeling sad? So happy or sad. And talking about different situations where people might experience different feelings. Are we feeling frightened or are we feeling brave? So I love the way it's got the facial expressions. It's got a story to go with it. It's got a lot of choices and that little bit of active participation as well. So it's called Feelings, Lift the Flat Book of Emotions, and it's by, very good, written by Kathy Gordon, illustrated by Louise Forshaw. Just bought it at our local Ben's Books in Bentley in Victoria. Lucky last one. We talked about this a little bit online if people follow our Facebook page. It's called Taming the Butterflies. It is not by any means a new book. It's literally written back when I was a baby. And this book again is a little bit about helping to recognise early warning signs, but also ways to regulate feelings. I would say if this was printed in current times, it would be a book that talks about feelings of anxiety, people being worried, and some of the ways to overcome those feelings as well. So it is called Taming Butterflies, written by Sue Whiting. It's got some great illustrations. It's got a story about great Aunt Margie who comes along and saves the day. A little bit old-fashioned, but great message there as well. So that's Taming Butterflies. If you've got a book you've written or a book you particularly enjoy sharing with your children or your children enjoy it, let me know and I might be able to review that one as well. Thank you.